And look at that. 2.3 million deaths, guys. 2.3 million deaths. For KVK1, guys, that is brutal. That is brutal. That's like almost getting zero, guys. What's going on? Welcome back to Musa Gaming here, and today we're back with another episode of Musa Gaming in 3927. And as you guys can see, yep, there's our first zone fight. Zone fight meaning like actually not ruins fight, but zone fight. For our KVK1 against 3926, and it just started like 7 hours ago. 7 hours ago, I was sleeping. It was like 2 a.m. where I'm at. But yeah, it just started, and it looks like the fight's getting pretty intense and going not as what we were originally expecting. And in today's video, I'm going to go over what's going on with the war, what has happened in the past week, based on what I can read from the Kingdom Mail and all that stuff, and what we can look forward to in the upcoming few days that I'm actually going to be on this account. Now, starting off from what's going on, again, past 6 opened 7 hours ago. I think that's not really something that, yeah, that's basically what happened, right? But before that, there seems to be almost a ruins fight almost immediately. So about 12 to 14 hours before that. So you guys can see that that battle report marker has already been kind of placed there. But yeah, there was a ruins fight right before that. And apparently, from what I'm reading from Kingdom's Mail, 3927 actually has come back from the original. I think like a week ago I did a little bit of ruins fight on this account, and on that fight we weren't able to actually win against 3926. But yeah, the last couple, it looks like 3927 has come back quite a bit, and yeah, fought really well against 3926, which is a very big news, because 3927 is actually on the 3 side of 1v3 against 3926. So if 3927 can potentially hold off 3926 as well as that they're doing right now, or even better, then potentially 3927 can practically seal off the victory against 3926. Who knows? Because, otherwise they would have to go 3v1 against an enemy that they weren't able to push back themselves alone. So that's the big news. Again, it's hard to tell though, because I'm sure a lot of members of 3926 are still fighting the other enemies that they're kind of neighboring right now, right here. But like, yeah, so far the KVK is looking pretty promising, I gotta tell you. Yeah, so that's really good news. Just for reference, I wasn't able to actually get on this account too much for the past week or so, mainly because I was actually playing Zone 4 or Zone 5 fighting, Pass 4 Zone 5 fighting on my main account, as well as there was a Zone 5 Pass 4 opening for my 3879 account as well. So yeah, I didn't know what was going on until I logged in today. I was like, damn, the war is actually pretty close. So yeah, today we're going to talk about some of the big highlights of whatever was going on in this zone. Also, at the same time, we'll go ahead and take a look at what we have kind of made advancements on this account. There's not too much, because I was actually not on this account at all, almost. And what we're looking to kind of, make some upgrades next. And also, it looks like the owner of this account has not logged in for the past week too, which is the Queen of the Kingdom. So yeah, we'll take a look at it, and yeah, we'll try to fight, give you some fights in coming, I'll say coming few live streams, because this is probably the only war that I'm gonna have until maybe 2 weeks later. So that's gonna be fun, and yeah, it's going to be exciting. But first, let's just go ahead and take a look at who's performing in this zone fight right here. It looks like we have DP2 Angry Cat. I believe this is one of the biggest migrants that they had in 3926. I could be wrong, but yeah, having the most amount of kill point. Congratulations, Angry Cat. And Free KP. This is Roden, whose account I actually showcased in my YouTube. And as you guys can see, he's holding the general, and also at the same time, he's holding the Zenith of Power City skin. He has actually pushed, I think, 40 million plus power for him to win himself Zenith of Power City skin. And that Zenith of Power City skin was really, really good for him because he was sitting at 20 million power just so that he can actually push out Zenith of Power, first of all. And two, he had a really, really stacked cavalry set, as far as what I remember. So if he actually pushed that much power, and that's probably why he's performing so well, because he had, for one, he is T5 full in KVK1. Also at the same time, he has the 20% cavalry Zenith of Power City skin, which is actually the best city skin that there is for cavalry, and that gives you a huge advantage against people who don't have those, and potentially into like other troop types like archers that are weak against cavalry. Yeah, look at it. Look at his Minamoto. I'm sure that's trading extremely positive against enemies. And as far as what I know, I think he also has like the full legendary equipment as well. I could be wrong, but as far as what I know, I think that's the case. So that's really, really good. We also see another familiar face, Raven Emperor. I actually made a video about his account titled Impossible Account. And his account is actually very, very stacked. We're going to go over to my main account, or if he actually sent me his reports, I might be able to actually showcase it here. But yeah, and take a look at some of his crazy Garrison reports that incurs many deaths from the enemy side. And as far as what I know, I think he also has a full legendary equipment setup for his Charge Mattel. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Did he send me? Yo, let's go. Yeah, so Raven, I actually asked him right before before recording. Hey, like Raven, can you actually send me some of the stuff? Because he actually reached out to my main account saying, hey, do you want to see some Garrison reports? And he sent me a bunch of those crazy Garrison reports, and I was like, yo, can you send this to the other account so I can actually showcase it on while I'm recording, without obviously switching back and forth between accounts. So yeah, let's just go ahead and take a look at it. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at what kind of crazy stuff he's running in KVK1. And as you guys can see, yep, this is probably as good as it gets, unless you get super lucky in KVK1. Yeah, if you have like crit iconic 1, not iconic 1, because you can only get I think up to like 4 iconic 1 in this kingdom. Unless you get really lucky and got everything critted, this is probably as good as it gets. And as a KVK1 Garrison lead, he has 75.5% total stats, which is absolutely crazy. Has D-Line's Amulet for extra counterattack damage reduction, and March Speed flag, Call of the Loyal for extra March Speed on the field. Awesome. This is probably as good as a Garrison gets for KVK1. And yep, Expertise Charge Mattel with YSG Expertise. Very nice. And he had, last time I checked, which was very long time ago, he had I think 900 something gold heads like a month ago, which is really crazy for an account of that age. So yeah, I'm sure he is now down a little bit, but oh, look at that, he even has a crazy Minamoto setup too. Critted Navarre's Control, nice. And Gladiator's also really good set. And Boost of Hellish Wasteland, nice. And Heavy Armor of Hellish Wasteland, and Abyssal Visage. Now, he does have Trial of the Lost Kingdom, which I usually don't recommend, but I feel like he was doing that to save himself some materials because, he has so many legendary pieces that he crafted for his infantry and his Minamoto that probably it was a good idea for him to actually save up some, materials, because at this point, for him, he's probably maxing out all the materials that he can get for this account. And yeah, Trial of the Lost Kingdom can kind of save, even if that means that you're replacing an epic weapon for Minamoto, which is awesome. And Expertise of Minamoto, of course. Very nice. Let's see. Ooh, yes. He has YSG Expertise. Yeah, he just wanted to show that his YSG is Expertise, which is very nice. Very nice. And Pierce. Pierce is 5525, which is good. I'm assuming he's using that on the field with Charles Mattel, which is really, really good. I would personally actually use Karuak's Humility over Eternal Night until you got that credit or iconic 2 or better. But yeah, this is also very, very strong setup. Yeah, this is nice, Raven. This is nice. And then he has double C. I'm assuming that he's using this with Minamoto, but expertise. So he has 2 full expertise commander pairing on the field in KVK1 with full T5 unit marches. Let's go, guys. Let's go. This guy is going to be cracked, guys. This guy is going to be cracked. Now, I'm assuming he's either... So now let's go ahead and take a look at Raven's reports. Now, let's just go ahead and start from the very, very top. And look at that. 2.3 million deads, guys. 2.3 million deads. 29 million KP gain with Charles Mattel YSG against Minamoto YSG, guys. Now, the main difference on the Rally versus Garrison is actually not that much. You guys can see that it's 12 million to 10 million, which is understandable given the fact that Minamoto YSG is, obviously countered by Charles Mattel YSG. But look at all those AoE deaths that they took. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. 111,000 deaths. Is that all T4? Yep. 111,000 deaths, T4. I'm assuming that's... I'm assuming that's not even swarming. That's just AoE dead. Yeah, this guy was just standing by. Because this guy does not have any kill points, right? This guy was actually swarming. It did better. Obviously, this is coming from Angry Cat, who is running full T5 units. But yeah, this guy at least swarmed. And Minamoto... Oof, this is all T4, T5 deaths too, right? Yeah. Angry Cat took some crazy deaths swarming. Richard also probably the same thing. But yeah, there's a lot of people who are just standing by and dying from innocent bystander, AoE damage. That is rough, guys. That is rough. But 2.3 million kills in a single garrison. And I'm actually very surprised to see how much of reinforcement that this garrison got in KVK1, guys. Because in KVK1, you don't really see that many reinforcements come in. But look at how many reinforcements that this garrison has taken, guys. That is absolutely insane, guys. That is absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and take a look at the next one. 1.9 million. Still defended it, it looks like. And look at that. So the garrison actually took more damage on this rally, though. You guys can see that the Minamoto YSG did take only 667 death, whereas the garrison took 736,000 deaths on top of 232,000 wounds. I'm assuming that those deaths took place when it was reducing down to all the way here. Usually those are the ones that actually do incur a lot of deaths and wounds. This one right here as well. But I'm assuming that the most of the kill advantages that this garrison had was from obviously innocent bystanders. Innocent bystanders and innocent bystanders, guys. Innocent bystanders, yeah. And not innocent bystanders. Yo, 101,000 T4 deaths. That's for KVK1, guys, that is brutal. That is brutal. That's like almost getting 0, guys. If you have like 2 to 3 of those, yeah, like this guy right here. If you have 2 to 3 of those as like T4 KVK player, like this account, then you're basically out of troops at that point, right? Yeah, if this account was running cavalry, I have like 2, 3 of those, 100,000 deaths, then yeah, we're out of troops at that point. So that is absolutely crazy, guys. That is absolutely crazy. Man, that is brutal, guys. And he has so many of those reports too. This one, even worse. 531,000 deaths versus 1.7 million. Yo, where's the actual rally report at? Did they just swarm it? They just try to swarm this? Hold on. There's no way that they try to swarm this only. There's no way, guys. There's no way. I think they did. No, where's this one? Yeah, there's the rally. There you go. There you go. There's the rally. Okay, so I'm not crazy. The rally just got hit a little bit later than usual, but yeah, pretty good, I'll say. Yeah, pretty good. And overall, I think a lot of swarmers or a lot of bystanders just got killed. Man, that is brutal. That is brutal, guys. And then this one right here again, 307,000 deaths and 100,000 stab wounds versus Minamoto Double C. Yeah, Minamoto Double C is good, but I'm not sure. I'll personally prefer Minamoto, YSG, even in a rally situation, because YSG does so much damage amplification that it's so much damage factor is coming for free from running Minamoto YSG versus Minamoto Double C. But yeah, that's brutal. And again, just so many people either getting killed by the AoE or getting killed while trying to swarm this, right? Okay, this guy was trying to swarm this, but yeah, that did not work. T5 deaths. Ouch. Yeah, that is brutal, guys. That is brutal. Let's take a look at the next one. Okay, same thing. Overall, very, very good. I'm assuming this is a field report with him. Ooh, he ran it down all the way with his Charles Martel YSG, but his trading ratio is like 3-to-1 with 300,000 wounds. This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. And even better ones. We have two better ones. That was the worst one. 4 million to 1.4. Let's take a look at the last one. Yeah, 10 times report difference. Almost. And then KP wise, 4.3, 4.4 times. But yeah, this is crazy, guys. This is crazy. Sorry, ruins fail. Some ruins fail report too. Yeah, man, that Raven is rocking, guys. Raven is rocking. I told you guys he is an impossible account. But man, he is cooking on this KVK, my friends. He is cooking on this KVK, my friends. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for what I have for you guys today. Again, I'm gonna go ahead and try to join the fights during the upcoming streams and whatnot, because there's no war going on in my main account for at least like the next couple weeks. I think the next ruins fight is gonna be like 2 to 3 weeks. There's no major fights, I believe, happening for another week on 3879 side as well. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, guys. This is gonna be fun. Now, I may not be the best field fighter or anything on this account, but I'll try my best to make sure that I can kind of showcase as much of a fight that I can bring to the table. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, please go ahead and drop me a thumbs up, guys, and subscribe to the channel. As always, I'll see you all in the next video, guys. Peace!